Hey y'all, CB here at NBS Welding, and I figure if you're going to put a vanity plate on the front of your pickup and you're going to run a truck as long as I do, you probably ought to get you a vanity plate that's not going to go out of style. So we got the Super Service truck. We're behind a Walmart in the middle of the Appalachian Basin on a beautiful day, and let me get my tape measure so I can show you the issue that we're here to deal with. We're looking at some loading docks, and if we look at this one trailer that's backed up to this loading dock, you can see how they dock in, and then the part you can't see is how that flap right there, it fits into the truck in a way that their dollies and whatnot can roll, to unload the truck. So what we're looking at right here, we got this measurement of 6 inches, and that's a correct measurement. And it works out really good for them. They know that the 6 inches docks in just perfect. But look what we got here. Now, I don't know what happened, but for some reason, this particular dock come up an inch short. The guys that I work with, they come up with the idea, just simple, quick, let's fix this problem. Let's just put a 1-inch block there. So it's a pretty simple fix we're going for. And what I've got out here, I've got out the ARCCAPTAIN MIG250 and got her set up on site, and I've got my 1-inch bar. I've taken a measurement. Going to cut these pieces of 1-inch bar with my oxyacetylene torch. Nothing fancy. We're going to zap them on there with the MIG250. We talked about how much weld to put on there. And I can see that the other plates that are on here are not welded solid. So I'm just going to make welds. We decided we're just pretty much going to make welds about the same as the welds that are there. Because if there hasn't been anything break yet, then that's probably good enough. So getting some paint grinded off here, and we'll get rolling. Hey y'all, CB here. I'm the No BS welder at NBS Welding. I'm coming to you today to tell you about the ARCCAPTAIN and NBS Welding welder giveaway. We're giving away an ARCCAPTAIN MIG250 Pro, just like I'm welding on the bottom of this skid steer with right now. I'm going to tell you how to enter to win. You got to comment the word ARCCAPTAIN on this video. Share this video on your social media account. Subscribe to both the NBS Welding and the ARCCAPTAIN YouTube channels. And you'll be entered to win an ARCCAPTAIN MIG250 Pro, just like I'm welding with in this video. Great little machine. Runs off 120 volt. I'm running 030 flux core wire on the bottom of this skid steer. And I got a Bluetooth connection with the ARCCAPTAIN app in my phone, so I can adjust my heat while I'm laid down underneath the machine. Don't have to get up and get out of position to turn my machine up and down. Make the adjustment on the machine while I'm staying in position where I'm welding, and I get right back to work. Couple things here we're doing for the first time. This is the first time I've had the ARCCAPTAIN MIG250 out on site running off the Trailblazer 302. Another thing that this is a first time for is this is going to be my first time running flux core wire with the MIG250. The gun that I'm using is the original gun that came with my MIG200, so it's 2 years old. But it's the one that I've got the modified contact tip. So I started off welding, and I ran and got me some nozzle dip. I like to dip the flux core nozzle, not so much so it's not sticky, but just so it doesn't get so hot. If you dip the nozzle every once in a while, it cools it off and it keeps you from burning them contact tips. Now, I had a problem while I was running this, and the good thing about having this problem is it gives us welders something to talk about. I got my wire stuck, and I got to looking, and it was chopped off back there at the drive roll. So I had to rerun it through the gun, just like I did when I first set it up. I had to kind of start over, and I went back to welding, and I didn't really think too much of it. I thought maybe I just, had something in my contact tip or something. And as I went on, it happened again. So to not be able to run the flux core for any longer than that without having an issue, obviously we got a problem. And I found the problem when I was reworking it the second time. I found that the issue here is I had a tremendous amount of drive roll tension. So when I backed off that drive roll tension, that solved it. That fixed the whole thing. And drive roll tension is something we need to talk about, because you don't want too much drive roll tension. When you have too much drive roll tension, it can deform your wire. It can cause the wire to get cut in the drive rolls. It can make it misshapen to the extent that it won't go through your contact tip correctly. And that very last thing you seen me dabbing on right there, another thing I did wrong is I did not grind the mill scale off of that 1-inch plate. And that 1-inch plate had a very thick mill scale, and it caused me to have some porosity. So I had to dab over and do repairs on some porosity. All right, forgive me here, guys. Give me a minute. Let me do a little advertising for the channel. These are the NBS Welding t-shirts that we got for sale. You can get an NBS Welding t-shirt for $25 plus shipping. If you email Tina at nbswelding@aol.com, then she'll get with you on what your shipping cost is going to be and get you a t-shirt. Now, in the description of my videos, there's links to our Amazon storefront. If you do anything with Amazon, use our link to get there, whether you're buying items on our storefront or just buying something else. It'll help the channel if you use my link. We also are an ARCCAPTAIN affiliate, and the links to the ARCCAPTAIN site is also in the description of my videos. So if you use our ARCCAPTAIN link, then ARCCAPTAIN will know you got there because of me. And if you buy anything from ARCCAPTAIN, use the promo code NBS Welding 5%. You'll get 5% off, and the channel will get a little credit for that. I want to thank y'all for your support. Now, leave me a comment, like my videos, and share them to anybody that you think would enjoy them. Thanks. So if we take a look at this footage of me welding on this second plate, we get a good idea of what I look like when I ain't got my drive roll tension cranked down too tight, because I'm just having a blast welding up a storm with this 035 ARCCAPTAIN flux core wire. The only other thing I do wish I would have cleaned the mill scale off that heavy 1-inch plate, because that mill scale, it was a fight going through that. And you run into that with any flux core wire, because the main thing to remember about your flux core wire is there's really not a whole lot of extra shielding. There's plenty of shielding there to run the wire, but there's not enough shielding left to burn through paint and rust and mill scale like there would be if you were stick welding with a 7018. I think a 7018 rod probably has 3 times the amount of shielding that you really need to get it done. And that's one of the things that you notice when you run a 7018. If there's a little bit of paint, rust, mill scale, it just welds right through all that stuff. But it's got a lot of extra shielding to burn out those contaminants, and your flux core doesn't. So here's one of the flat welds. Got a tiny porosity in the center of that. Probably not a big deal. Here's one of the vertical up welds. You can see the weld I made is a little bit longer than the existing welds, but probably not as wide. And here's another vertical up on the side there. Here's an overhead where I've welded onto the bottom. And this last one you'll see here, that's this is one of the ones where I'd ran a vertical up and I got some porosity because I was burning through that mill scale, and I didn't grind it out. Instead of grinding out the porosity, because it really wasn't that bad, I ran back over the porosity with a downhill weld and just dabbed it in like that. It's going to be fine for this application.